My friends, my brothers, my sisters, colleagues, what we are witnessing today is not a state waging a war against a so-called terrorist organization. What we are seeing is a state waging a war against a segment of its occupied, colonized population. Let's say it for what it is. This is a war against Gaza. It is a war of the colonizer, the settler colonizer, against the occupied and the oppressed. It is that real. And yes, it is time for us to use the G word. And what is that word? Genocide. To destroy in whole or in part an oppressed people. When you see thousands of children dying right before your eyes, when you see this destruction of the total housing stock of this small ghetto, when you see women, children, old men being killed by high caliber bombs, 2,000-pound bombs, when you see more bombing in 3 weeks than was seen during the Vietnam War, when you see that, call it by its name. And it is this that must be protested. Let us not forget a fundamental fact, that occupation, the occupation itself, is a violation of international law and a war against the dignity and the self-respect of a people. It is an act of an oppressive state power against a weaker power. That's what it's about. It is time for us to call these wars, these imperial wars, these settler colonial wars, what they are, and demand an end. That must be our task. That must be our work. That must be our aim. Nothing less is acceptable. With love, not fear. This is Mumia Abu Jamal.